What does it take to be a good soldier? I think all of us are soldiers.
Yeah.
We're in a war.
Yeah.
You know, we just celebrated what happened. Well, this time of remembrance last week was 9/11, and man, think about it. The bravery of these guys to carry out a mission for sin.
Yes.
To come over here, get trained, know you're gonna die. If they had a wife and children, they knew they were gonna leave their family behind. And then 6 months out, I'm gonna die. 4 months out, I'm gonna die. 3 months out, 1 week out, I'm gonna die. Because I believe in this cause this much. The night before, they know, man, tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up, fly this plane into a building.
Yeah.
I wonder, we as the soldiers for Christ, how dedicated are we
Come on.
for the mission of Christ, that every day we go, man, I'm willing to lay down my life for him.
That's good.
Those young people in China, they said, I'm going to lay down my life for him.
Yeah.
You know, I went to Russia, and the young people there, they still can't go out even today and just pass out tracts, and you know, they have to secretly invite people to their church. But the church is growing. They're still going out, and they actually rented out. They would rent out a street bus that people would come in and pay fare. But the church said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to pay the fare of everyone that boards this bus, so you guys can ride for free. So the public come. But there were some young people there from the church that had guitars, right, Erica? Using their gifts and talents.
That's sweet.
And they would play on the street bus and sing praises to our God. They can't invite people to their church, but they could play and sing, then share testimonies. God brought me off drugs. You know, they would they would give testimonies in Russia. And this happened 2 years ago. Now, there's still persecution going on in 2019. There's still people, you saw those guys, I think in the, somewhere in the Middle East where it was about 15 or 16 that were stretched out, and they were chopped their heads off. The extent of our persecution, we don't have persecution, guys.
Right. Come on.
We're in America, right? The extent of our persecution may be rejection for the gospel. But I was at Aldi, or the food store, and a Jehovah's Witness came up to me, and before I can get out the car, they were handing me a tract, right? So they're shoving their message to me. And man, why are we timid about sharing the best news on the planet?
Right.
But if there's a sale,
Come on now.
a shoe sale, you're gonna call it and we're gonna tell it. Man, I was talking, and Dale mentioned the guy that spread love to his neighbors and told people about Christ. I was talking to my neighbor last week, like a 70-something-year-old retired guy. And I remember first meeting him about a couple of years ago. And I was living there for about 20 years. I had never met this guy. I would say hi, just wave at him across the street. So I'm mowing my grass, he's mowing his grass. You know, and this for 20 years. One day I decided to just cut my lawnmower off. I said, man, I'm gonna walk across the street. And I did. And he stopped and I said, hey, man, I just been living here 20 years, man, I just never met you. So he said, well, it ain't all your fault. And we talked, and I found out about 3 years prior to that, his wife passed away. Go like, man, I'm your neighbor. I didn't even know your wife died. Lord, why did you even put me on this block? Why do I live where I live? Why do I work where I work? Could it be that we're all like soldiers in the army of the Lord? Man, there was an old song, I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier in the army. If I die, let me die in the army of the Lord. If I die, let me die in the army. Man, I'm not sure if I meant those words. I think I was just singing stuff. You know what I mean? Man, we talk about songs like all and always, like I surrender all. You know what I mean? Like, man, Lord, I love you more than anything. Man, we sing these songs in church.
Right. Yeah.
But God is bringing us to a deeper revelation in Him.